Hey, so you know how you taught me how to play D&D the other day? Well, I was kind of hoping that you would teach me how to create a
D&D character. 1000% yes. I've been waiting for you to ask me for an uncomfortable amount of time now.
Well, you surprised me before I could fully
Great,
ask.
so you want to make a D&D character?
Yes.
Great, so do you know anything about creating a character?
Well, I mean, a little from our last...
Great, so creating a character is a combination of game statistics, role-playing hooks, your imagination.
Yeah, and including an aspect about yourself.
No, what makes you think we put that into our characters?
Well, because it's my character, and I need to connect with it somehow.
Okay, listen, you came to me for help, and if that was a part of character creation, I would have said it by now. Anyway, as you role-play your alter ego through dungeons and fighting dragons, you'll soon come to realize that not only does your character grow and level up, but so does the one controlling the character.
Could you just, like, show me how to create a character now?
Yes, finally. God, I'm getting tired of your stalling. Dude, so, to start off,
have access to the 2024 5th edition Player's Handbook, since, at the time of this recording, is the current edition of the game. You will also need a blank D&D character sheet. I put a link to the official and printable sheets in the description below. For this example, I'm going to be creating two characters, one who is martial-based and the other who is a spellcaster.
Oh, so you can show me the differences and how you go about preparing both of them?
No, it's because you can never just make one character.
Oh, good, because I have a few character concepts in mind.
In D&D, your character's core gameplay revolves around 12 classes you can choose from, each with its own unique playstyle and features.
They are Barbarian, Bard, Cleric, Druid, Fighter, Monk, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, Warlock, and Wizard. That's it! Just 12, like the 12 apostles. There are no other classes out there because, well, 13 apostles would be ridiculous. So, only 12.
I feel like you're lying.
Moving on!
Each class fits into one of three categories. Martial, classes that excel in melee. Spellcasters, classes that excel in spellcasting. And half-casters, classes that are proficient in both melee and spellcasting.
Now I hope you're sitting down because you're gonna jump out of your seat once you hear what I have to say next.
My mom's finally coming back from getting milk?
It's step one, choosing your class.
Oh. Could we just forget about what I said about my mom?
No.
Step one, choosing a class. For my characters, I'm gonna choose one to be a fighter, who is melee-based, and the other will be a wizard, who is a spellcaster. Building these two together will also help explain how to create a half-caster without the need of a third character. Let's start them out at level 1. When you have selected your class, the first thing you will need to look at is the core class traits. And as you can see, each class is unique in their own way. The traits tell you that class's primary ability, health, proficiencies, weapon and armor they can use, and what equipment they start out with. Your primary ability is the ability your character will rely on for attacking, casting spells, and or using your class features. Some classes, like the wizard, have one main ability. The fighter lets you choose between two abilities, and others might have two main abilities. That usually means these classes are saying, hey, we use this ability for weapons and this ability for spells, you know what I mean? Let's start with picking our proficiencies and moving down to starting equipment. We'll come back to hit point die in a future step. Proficiency means your character is good at doing a thing, so you get an added bonus to your rolls. Looking at the proficiency bonus table, I get a +2 in proficiency at level 1. So go ahead and write that number down under proficiency bonus. To show that you're proficient in something, you fill in the circle next to the thing you will be proficient in. So, for saving throws, the fighter is proficient in strength and constitution. The wizard is proficient in intelligence and wisdom.
Nerd.
Oh, you got that right!
Did you just high-five yourself?
I don't get out much.
Next, choose the number of skills from the class's list to become proficient in. Your choices can be based on necessity, optimization, or your character's backstory. The decision is entirely yours.
Could you please provide a definition for character backstory? Yes, it's fuel a player gives to their dungeon master in hopes that the dungeon master uses it to cause pain, agony, and torture to that player's character. Oh, thank goodness. I've been needing an excuse to have an existential crisis.
Last, fill in your armor training, write down what types of weapons you're proficient in, and the equipment you want to start with.
With each level, your character's class gains features and traits.
Look under the class features section and write down what you receive at your current level. Oh, and past levels if you're higher than level 1.
And now there is an extra step for spellcasters.
The Scottish step?
No.
The Canadian step?
No.
Cupid shuffle?
No. The extra step is choosing your spells.
Oh, right. Nerds. Bro.
Sorry.
Each spellcasting class has a spell table that shows how many cantrips, prepared spells, and spell slots you have at each level. Spell slots determine how many times you can cast prepared spells of a given level. Cantrips, also called level 0 spells, can be cast any number of times and do not require spell slots. At first level, the wizard gains 3 cantrips, can prepare 4 spells, and has 2 first level spell slots. So look at the spells you have access to and write down which ones you want your character to have.
There is a lot of rules and information that you must know about spellcasting, so instead of explaining it to you, I'm just going to create a slide montage that you can pause and read on your own time.
Oh, no worries. I totally get it. It's just so you don't overwhelm a new player like me with all this information.
No, I just really don't want to animate all of that. Now let's move on to step 2.
Whoa. All of that was just one step?
Yep. And we're not even done with it yet.
Oh, I'm scared.
Don't be. These next steps are going to go by pretty quick.
Step 2, choosing a background. Your character's background provides ability score increases, a feat, skill proficiencies, tool proficiencies, and additional equipment. The most important benefit to consider is the ability score increases. Choose a background that supports your character's primary ability scores. For example, the soldier background is a strong choice for a fighter as it provides increases to strength, dexterity, and/or constitution. For a wizard, the sage background would be a strong choice as it increases intelligence, wisdom, and/or constitution.
Okay, but why would a wizard need a buff in constitution?
Because wizards beeth the squish.
Oh, I did not realize they were of the squish.
After choosing a background, record all additional benefits it provides. Now, if you gain proficiency in a skill you already have proficiency in, choose a different skill from those listed in your class's core traits to instead become proficient in.
What are feats?
They're the things that give you 10 toes.
No, character feats.
No. They're additional features that your character can obtain.
They may give you extra proficiencies, additional spells, or let you re-roll on a check.
Can we just, forget what I said about the 10 toes?
No.
Step 3, choosing a species.
Now it's time to choose what you want your character to look like in this world.
In the player's handbook, you are given a list of species to choose from. You have Azamar, Dragonborn, Dwarf, Elf, Gnome, Goliath, Halfling, Human, Orc, and Tiefling. Each species grants unique features, and a few of them also have subspecies, each providing different features depending on your choice. So, for no particular reason at all, I'm going to make my fighter and wizard Dragonborns. Begin writing down the added features and traits the species give you.
Why not choose the Azamar?
The Azamar?
Azamar?
Azamar.
Asmar.
Azamar.
Asmar!
Step 4, ability scores.
Now, the most exciting part, figuring out your ability scores. Your character has 6 abilities that they depend on.
Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. And their scores are an important aspect to any character. Whatever your score is determines that ability's modifier. This table shows you what your modifier will be based off of your score. Modifiers are applied to their related skills, saves, and features. To determine your scores, you have 3 methods to choose from: standard array, point buy, and rolling. The standard array method provides you with 6 numbers that you assign to the abilities of your choice. This method creates a character with both strengths and weaknesses. The point buy method gives you 27 points to spend. All of your ability scores start at 8, and you spend points to increase them. Here's a table showing you how much it costs for each increase. This method allows you to create either a specialized character with strong advantages and weaknesses, or a more balanced average Joe character. And the rolling method lets you roll for your stats. Grab 4 6-sided die. They are the dice you use in Yahtzee. Roll all 4, discard the lowest die, total the remaining 3, and record the result. Do this 6 times to generate 6 numbers. Then assign each number to an ability. This method can produce some of the wildest and chaotic results for your character.
To better help my reasoning with assigning scores, I'm going to be using the standard array method.
Your highest score should be assigned to your character's primary ability. So for the fighter, let's say I choose to make them strength-based. I should place their highest score in strength, as it determines their attacks and damage. For the wizard, their highest score will be placed in intelligence, since they're a nerd! Sorry, okay. In intelligence, since their spellcasting features uses their intelligence. Your second highest score is typically placed in Constitution, which affects your hit points. Where you put your third highest score can go in 2 different ways. If you're playing a class that has 2 main abilities, you should put that score in your secondary ability. If you only have 1 primary ability, you should probably put your third highest score into Dexterity, since that ability helps you with ranged attacks, positions you better in combat, and makes you harder to hit. And hit on. Oh! Boom! Got him! Now, where to put the final 3 scores are entirely up to you and how you want to play your character. If you're still unsure, it could be a good idea to look at some of your upcoming class features to see if any rely on a specific ability. Trust me, please do not make the same mistake I did when creating my first character and not look at their upcoming features to see which ability those features might rely on. And then you accidentally put your lowest score in a certain ability, which makes a certain feature just not work. My first ever barbarian couldn't scare a child.
Now, I'm terribly sorry to say this, my dear chap, but we have not yet finished our time with ability scores.
Why?
Remember when we chose our background, we were given an increase to 3 abilities. There are two methods in determining these increases.
Method 1, increase all 3 scores by 1. Or method 2, increase 1 score by 2 and a different score by 1. Since I did standard array, I'm going with option 2. So, I'm going to increase my fighter's strength by 2 and his constitution by 1. And for my wizard, I'm gonna increase their intelligence by 2 and constitution by 1.
Because wizards beeth the squish. And we're done with the chat segment now.
Oh. Okay.
So we now have our ability scores, which means we can finally move on to
Step 5, finalizing your character sheet. First, if you haven't yet, write down each ability score and modifier. The skills under each ability equal to that ability's modifier. And don't forget to add that proficiency bonus if you are proficient in something. Your hit points are determined by your class's hit die and constitution modifier. So look back at your class's core traits, find their hit die, and add your constitution modifier to the number given. So my fighter has 12 HP, and my wizard has 8. Your armor class is 10 plus your dexterity modifier, unless a feature says otherwise. Then calculate any armor, shields, or both into your armor class. Your initiative is your dexterity modifier. You cast spells. Your spellcasting modifier is determined by the feature's primary ability. So the feature that allows wizards to cast spells uses intelligence. So my modifier is a +3. Your spell save DC is 8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier plus proficiency bonus. Your spell attack bonus is your spellcasting ability modifier plus proficiency bonus. Now fill in the rest of your character sheet with your remaining information and boom! You have successfully created your first Dungeons & Dragons character.
Oh, so that's how you make a D&D character? No. That's how a D&D character is made.
Wow. I'm confused on why you chose Dragonborn as your species.
Oh, well, that's because my upcoming campaign is a teenage hero adventure, which means these characters are gonna be going through Dragonborn puberty.
Okay, what even is Dragonborn?
Next week. It'll all be explained next week.